I started writing Half of a Yellow Sun in, I'm going to say 2000 and maybe 2001, even though it wasn't published until 2006. But I also feel as though I've had that book in me for so many years. I grew up in the shadow of Biafra. My parents lost everything they owned in the war. My grandfathers died in that war, both of them in refugee camps. And I feel as though when I was growing up, it was a shadow hanging there that I didn't really understand. But my family's history was divided. So there was before the war and there was after the war. And I was born 7 years after the war ended. The war ended in 1970. I was born in 1977. But I always felt that the war was present. But at the same time, in some ways, it was a presence that was absent. Nobody really talked about it, but it was there. So my parents would, say things like, before the war, so and so. So you knew that something really catastrophic had happened. And as a teenager, I started asking questions. I started reading about it. And so I think I've been preparing for this book for a long time. And I like to say that my grandfathers, I really believe this, that my grandfathers wanted me to write this story. And for me, in a way, it I wish I had known my grandfathers. They sound like really lovely men. And so for me, this is the thing that took them. And I wanted to understand this thing that took them. This is the thing that I think made my father and his generation lose their sense of innocence and their sense of hope about Nigeria. And I wanted to understand that. And I think that that war, the Nigeria-Biafra war, really shaped the political structure of Nigeria and still does today. And so there's a kind of, for me, wanting to, all of those things, I wanted to remember my grandfathers. I wanted to understand the history for myself because it had so much affected my family. But also, I think I wanted to write a history for my generation of Nigerians. We did not learn about Biafra in school because it's a part of our history that I think we're still so uncomfortable about that we don't want to talk about. And I want us to talk about it. I think there's a kind of historical memory that is very important for us to have if we don't want to repeat it.